Yo, this episode was off the chain. I thought I was getting bloodbended like 3 times because when they was doing certain things in there, I was like, oh my God, I thought Tarlock was getting me. I thought Yakone was bending me. But anyway, this is your boy Me. Welcome to the channel where anime and manga means more. And this time we're reviewing The Legend of Korra episode 9. Now, I might seem a little excited, but I'm actually a lot more excited. I'm holding it in. Man. So Tarlock, he bends Korra down into this cellar, right? With the people under the stairs. Man, I'm so old school. You guys probably don't even know about that movie. That was back when Ving Rhames had hair. But anyway, he locks her up, and they're inside a cabin, and it has to be a ways off because it's snowing over there, so it has to be a ways off, or it has to be in a mountain somewhere. So he brings her to the cabin and locks her up. Now I think it's R. Kelly's cabin. Did you ever see that video? I can't sleep. That looks like the set. I don't know why I kept thinking about that. You know, the R. Kelly video. You know, where he got the log cabin. Anyway, let's keep moving on. So anyway, Tenzin's asleep. He gets the call. He goes check it out, right? Like you see, he's in a panic. Korra was kidnapped. He finds that out. He goes to Tarlock. Tarlock, he rigged the scene, and he said that illest captured Korra, which makes complete sense. He said that him and he tried to save Korra. They were fighting the illest. The illest got the better of them. They kidnapped Korra, and then Tenzin was like, "Okay, we gotta find this girl." You know what I'm saying? So Tenzin is on. Tenzin and the rest of the group, they're ready to find this girl. You know what I'm saying? Because Lin finds out a little while later. So when Lin finds out, she suited up right away. She heard the radio, right? They said Korra's missing. She didn't even listen to the rest of the broadcast. They said Korra's missing. Boom, turned that off, suited up. She went to go get the team avatar. She broke them out of jail. And they said, let's suit up and let's get out of here. So then we cut to Korra, right? And she's inside like a metal cell that Tarlock put her in, you know, to keep her from escaping. And she remembered what Tenzin was saying to her. He said, Aang might be trying to get in contact with you. He said, I advise you to meditate. She starts meditating. Finally, now, we finally see Aang as a grown man. He's 40 years old. He said, stop calling me his nickname. He said, I'm 40 years old. So we finally see a grown man, Aang. He's going with Toph right now. Toph was going to get Yakone. Now, Aang he said, I'm coming with you. I guess because they know who he is. They said, we know what you are. A bloodbender. They knew it already. And they tracked him down, arrested him and whatever. And Yakone must have had money. He came up with a good lawyer and whatnot to go to trial. So anyway, Lin and Tenzin, they meet up with each other, and they got the team avatar with them, and they go to find out where Korra is. And they're doing all this research. They find out where an illest camp, base is. And they find that out, and they storm the place. Now, anyway, when they get in there, I said storm the place. They ain't storming there. They went more so covert. But anyway, Asami's in there. She goes to ask Bolin. She says, what's going on with Mako and Korra? I told y'all it's happening. It's already Now, I'm not saying she's going to join the illest, 100% sure. But she might. But she got some problems with, Mako and Korra. And you can see Mako is like kind of... He's a little bit overzealous with this Korra thing. You can see, like, where's Korra? Where's Korra? Yeah. So she sees that and she knows what's going on. And she asks Bolin. Bolin spilled the beans. Something's wrong with that boy. He sat there and told her that Mako and Korra was kissing. That's a big mistake. So now Asami's a woman scorned. She will go through any lengths to get back at Mako. You've seen this plenty of times. Kia's car, whatever, yada yada. Women would do anything. Once they want revenge on a man, a woman will stop at nothing, and she might join the illest just to get back at Mako. So Lin, she does her little metal bender thing and her sensory thing, whatever, where she can sense what's going on and the thing. And she gets them into the base. She undoes the lock and everything. That just shows that she's not just powerful, she's really intricate too. Now she goes to find her people, and I'm thinking, okay, the cells is platinum. No, she bended it, so I was like, okay, they must not have the bending, otherwise they would have been able to escape. And she said, the mind already got you. He said, yeah, got us. That was he said. That was, her boy said to Bay Farm. She's like, yeah, they got us. Now, what you call him? What's his name? Mako. He's interrogating this guy. He seems like he's ready to hurt this guy over Korra. He starts firebending everything. So you know he's got some major feelings for Korra. It ain't no I'm trying to keep things professional. He wants that girl bad. You can see it in this episode. And Asami, if you're watching Asami peeps game, she's looking like at him, like keeping attention. And I guess she's getting more and more pissed off every second because she's watching him. Now the team figures out that Amon does not have Korra because they checked the whole base, and the guy said, no, we didn't attack it. We didn't attack the, what you call him, yada yada. And then Tenzin said, he puts some 2 and 2 together. He says, Tarlock's got him. Because he was the only one there. So it had to be Tarlock. So he put 2 and 2 together. They said, let's get out of it. Now we get to another scene. Oh my God. This scene where they traveling on that monorail or whatever, that trolley. Bayform bends the whole thing up, like, cause they was getting blocked off. They had some sentinels and some chi blockers, everything there. She bends the whole thing up, bends the ground open, shoots it through the ground, up another, like an elevator. Oh man, that part had the oozing eyes, man. I love that part. And she got him out of there. Bayform is a beast. So we get on trial. We find out something nice in this trial. In the flashback, when Aang is talking to, basically trying to communicate with Korra, he's telling her about she's seeing the trial of Yakone, right? I guess Yakone had to have money because he went to the trial. He didn't try to escape, so he had money. He had a good lawyer. He can get out. They kept saying that you can only bend during the full moon. Yakone could bend without the full moon. Now dig, Sokka gets up there. And he says metal bending was considered impossible at one point in time. Blood bending was considered impossible at one time. And now you got blood benders, you got metal benders. And he said, we think that Yakone is one of these special people that can blood bend without the full moon. Now, they with that information, they said, okay, Yakone's guilty. He's sentenced to life. Now, when he's sentenced to life, it's like, okay, I ain't got no more to lose, right? And he bends everybody in the court. He just, boom, everybody in the courtroom shut down. That's when I felt like I was getting bloodbending. I was like, oh my God. I was out of my seat. I was like, oh my God. I thought he got me. But anyway, he bended the whole courtroom. He even bended Toph, made her come to him and unlock him. He's like, okay, handle this. Unlocked him, and he gets out and tries to bail. Now he tells Aang. Now we see Tenzin in the background. I like that part because he looked like he was a little kid. He looked like Tenzin. I mean, he looks like Aang is a little bit older, in the flashback. Anyway, he tries to bail. Aang, he gives chase. Yakone said, now they revealed that this is Yakone for 100% fact. So Yakone says, I'm taking over this city, and that lets us know why Tarlock did what he did. Now. So he says, I'm taking over the city, and Aang comes for him. This is how ruthless bloodbending is. Aang goes for him, and Yakone starts bloodbending the mess out of him. He's twisting Aang's foot comes all the way up like this. He's twisting him up. He's getting ready to snap. Now it takes a lot of strength because you see Yakone sweating, right? And he's pulling and whatnot. Aang's neck is getting ready to snap. So he almost had Aang. Now, this is the thing that you got to pay close attention to. Aang enters the avatar state, which is like that spiritual type state with him, and it breaks the blood, it blocks it just like that. And what he does is he traps Yakone and takes away his bending. So Yakone can't bend anymore. Yakone probably somewhere doing life. So anyway, Tenzin meets up. Tenzin and the group, Lin and everybody, they meet up. They go to, Tarlock. They say, yo, we know you did it. And he said, you're going to accuse me of such ludicrous type things? I would never do anything like that. I'm a good guy. Like Chucky, I'm a good guy, I'm old school. But anyway, the guy that was Tarlock's assistant was still at the place when Tarlock beat, Korra. When he was locking up, and he says, I guess because Bayfong's there, Tenzin's there, all the police is there, he feels, okay, I'm safe. and he says that Tarlock did it, and he seen them do it, and they said, well, why didn't you come out tell? He says because Tarlock can bloodbend, and it was like, oh man. Now this part made me, it bloodbended me again. Tarlock is like, okay, he's between a rock and a hard place. They found out there's nothing he can do about it. He claims the guy's lying, but there's nothing he can do about it. Tenzin says, yo, let's do this. He said, where's Korra, right? And they get ready to combat Tarlock. Tarlock shuts the place down. He shut me down. I was like, oh God. Now, what he did was he bloodbended. Everybody's getting ready to bend. He said, you might be able to bend more elements than me. You might be stronger than me, faster than me. He said, but you will not outbend me, right? And he bended everybody and laid them down, knocked them out. That had me out of my seat. So he knocked them out, and he heads back to Korra, and he says, I'm going to use Korra as a hostage because he has nothing else to do. He's stuck now. Korra is in there. She said, I know you're Yakone's son. We pretty much figured that off the bat, So anyway, the Korra's trapped. What's his name? Tarlock reveals what happened. He said, my dad tried to rule the city from the underworld, meaning that Yakone must have been some kind of, I don't know, crime lord or something. He was some kind of crime lord, and I guess he used bloodbending to kill the people that he was up against. I guess competitors, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They said his victims were bloodbended. So he probably killed these people. You see what I'm saying? And he was in some kind of criminal, he was probably running a criminal organization. I said probably. He was running a criminal organization, some kind of criminal organization, and he tried to take over the city. Now, he wanted to take over it from that side. Now, his son, Tarlock, says, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to go on the inside and take over. He took on his dad's position and said, I'm going to do what Yakone couldn't do. But I'm going to do it the smart way. And he almost pulled it off. If he didn't kidnap Korra, or he got mad, like, Becareful said, he's a little bit unstable. And he says, you're the reason why I'm yada, which she really isn't. She's the one who kidnapped her. But anyway, he's mad and whatever. And he said, I'm going to use you as a hostage so I can get out of the situation. Because he got to hightail it right now. Because the whole city's on him now. Everybody knows. So Tarlock goes upstairs. Amon is there. Now, the reason why Amon showed up and why, he knew where, he probably tracked Tarlock. But the reason why he knew he came for Tarlock, I think, because they probably tracked Tarlock to the building. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew that Tarlock was lying on him. So they probably was keeping tabs on him. And when they found that he was a bloodbender, Amon wanted him. And he blamed Amon on it? Okay, Amon had to deal with this. He confronted Tarlock. He was in the cabin. And Tarlock is basically, he said, I don't care who you are, you will not outbend me, yada, yada, yada. And anyway, what he did was, he said, you've never faced bending like this. He lays out everybody, his Amon's underlings and his, whoever. Beats everybody. Now, Amon is unaffected. He's not affected at all by the bloodbending. And what you call him, Tarlock basically says, he's like, what are you? And what that tells me is that Amon probably went to the spirit world or whatever. Because, remember, what you call him, Aang was in that avatar state when he couldn't be bloodbended. So that means that Amon probably went to did the same thing, and that's why he can't be bloodbended. And he takes, what you call him, Tarlock's bending. They finally rescue Korra, right? Korra actually escapes. She outmaneuvers the Equalist. And Amon's like, man, I thought I told you guys to be careful. She's crafty. But she escapes. They find her, what you call him, the polar bear dog, brings her back. And Tenzin and Glenn and what you call them, Asami and them, they greet her. Mako runs in, grabs her, like, get out the way, everybody. He said, I'm glad you're alright, Basically, in Asami, she peeps the game. She's like watching, and she's just like, okay, I know what's going on here now. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, they had problems with the man, it's over with. She's going to want revenge on Mako. Something's going to happen. But the things I liked about this episode was we got information on Tarlock. We finally found out why Tarlock did what he did. We know who he is. We find out who Yakone is. Now, it's kind of fast. It's the only thing I don't like about it is they got Tarlock out of the way. Tarlock was a great villain. And the only person left is Amon. Now, I felt like Tarlock and Amon, you know, facing off or whatever at the end would have forced, you know, Korra into a position where she had to learn airbending and whatnot. So I guess she only has Amon to deal with now. But in the previews I'm watching, if you probably watched it, Amon, they said that Korra might only face Amon one more time. So, and it's supposed to be series finale, right? So if that's during the series finale, I mean not the series finale, the season finale, who's going to be the next, you know, antagonist later on? That's got me confused. So, and I wanted to really, you know, go in deep with these with Tarlock and Amon, but it looks like they might be over. That's one thing I don't like. I didn't like the fact that because Tarlock looks like he's out now, and Amon looks like he might be out during the season finale. But that means I'm hoping that they got some antagonists just as good for the next season. You know. So anyway, what we find out, Amon probably still go to the spirit world or whatever it's called, spirit realm or whatever, because he couldn't be bloodbended. And remember, he's not a bender. So if he was a water bender, maybe he could learn blood bending and block bending that way. But if he's not a bender, which he claims he's not, which actually coincides with this episode, because they show Aang, how Aang stopped the blood bending, which was that spiritual form or whatever, which is the avatar state. So he probably got something similar to that. I wonder if he's somehow, like sort of related to, you know, some avatar from the past or something. I don't know. But anyway, we find that out. Looks like Asami might flip because she is pissed with Mako right now. And you know how women get. They want revenge, especially on a man. Men ain't dog. They all dogs and yeah. I want them to die. Why can't I find a good man? You know that. Asami might flip. We got that. Oh man, Tarlock's finished. That's what I don't like. Even though I did like it because I liked it up to this point, but I felt like they could have used him more. He seemed like a very well worthy antagonist and villain. You know what I'm saying? And he's proven to be a villain because his dad was. They say he was crime mob boss or whatever, something. So yeah, I enjoyed every second of this episode. Every second. I can't wait to see what happened with Asami and Korra when they had their little falling out, or she has a falling out with Mako. One of them two are not going to. Either it's Mako or Korra, Asami's going to flip on. She has to. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know what you think. Rate the video and subscribe and all the other good jazz. Let me know if you got blood bended. And subscribe and all the other good jazz. And I'm out. Peace.